My beloved child, if you find yourself in the embrace of silence right now, do not turn away from it. I am reaching out to you in this very instant because the halls of heaven have already resounded with your name. This encounter was not a random occurrence. It was orchestrated with the utmost tenderness and deliberate intent just for you. You may feel as though you are drifting on an island, invisible to the world or overlooked by those around you. But I need you to understand this with absolute clarity. You are never out of my sight, not for the duration of a single heartbeat. Your solitude is not a void, it is a sanctuary. It is the sacred quiet where my whisper can finally reach the depths of your spirit without the interference of the world's clamor. I see exactly where you are resting. I see the stillness that surrounds you and the heavy thoughts navigating through your mind. I am standing here with you right now. This message is not something you merely stumbled upon by accident. This moment was set apart for you long before the weight of loneliness ever pressed against your chest. Heaven does not utter a name without a divine reason, and yours was not spoken lightly. It was spoken with a fathomless love, a profound concern, and a meticulous plan for your future. Stay here with me a while longer, because this time is meant to serve as a pillar of truth. Even when you feel most solitary, you are the most deeply known. Listen with the ears of your heart, my precious one, and let your defenses soften. You are not witnessing this by a twist of fate. Out of all the infinite distractions and paths you could have taken today, you are here because I called to you. Your identity was acknowledged in the heavenly realms, and that is why your soul felt that undeniable pull to pause, to breathe, and to stay. Your mind may not have grasped the why, but your spirit recognized the voice of its creator. I know the questions you've carried, the ones that seem to have no answers. I know how often you've scanned the faces around you, wondering if anyone truly perceives the real you. Hear me now. I see you. I have always seen you. When your name was spoken in heaven, it wasn't because of your list of achievements or the things you failed to do. It was simply because of who you are to me. This moment isn't meant to overwhelm your senses. It is meant to wrap you in comfort and remind you that you are not walking through this life as a ghost, unnoticed and unloved. My child, please do not turn away from this. If you are alone and listening, it is because I handpicked you for this specific encounter. You may perceive yourself as ordinary or easily bypassed, but heaven never chooses without a grand design. What I am revealing to you is vital, not because it is loud or dramatic, but because it is touching the hidden chambers of your heart that you have kept under lock and key. I know you've mastered the art of quiet survival. I know you've grown accustomed to being your own strength, telling yourself not to hope too much so you won't be disappointed. I am speaking now to gently dismantle those walls. You were never created to live in the shadows. You were designed to be fully known, and this conversation is a milestone in that journey. If you feel the weight of being alone, lean into it with me. Do not rush to fill the silence or try to rationalize this feeling away. This is not a coincidence. This message tracked you down because I sent it as a homing beacon to your soul. Your life is beginning to align in ways that will soon make sense, not in a sudden crash, but in a gentle unfolding, layer by beautiful layer. I know there have been seasons where you felt disconnected, like a spectator watching the world move forward while you stood still. I know you have doubted your timing, your inherent worth, and the direction of your feet.
I am not here to criticize those doubts. I am here to dissolve them with my presence. Loneliness tries to convince you that you are of little value, but let my voice override that lie. Your worth has never been defined by the crowd. It has always been anchored in my eternal love for you. Pause now and just listen. You were specifically selected for this breath, this word, this peace. Heaven has moved on your behalf, and now I am speaking straight to your heart. You might feel insignificant in the eyes of the world, but you are a masterpiece in mine. When heaven moves, it doesn't always require a thunderstorm. Often it moves through a quiet nudge, a soft whisper that draws you into the stillness. That is exactly what is happening right now. I am not here to pressure you or demand anything of you. I am here to simply sit with you and remind you of your true identity.
You are my child. You are known by name. You are remembered even in the moments you feel most forgotten. I know what it's like for you to sit with the echoes of your own thoughts. I know the nights that stretch out longer than the days, and the silence that feels like a burden rather than a rest. I have been there in every one of those shadows, even when you couldn't feel the warmth of my hand. This message is not arriving a second too late. It is perfectly timed. Your heart has been prepared through the waiting and the quiet endurance you've shown. Even when the answers were silent, your quiet faith was heard in heaven. Let this moment reassure you that your life is not an aimless ship drifting without a rudder. There is a profound intention in the pauses and a deep meaning in the waiting. You don't need to see the whole map yet. You only need to know that the navigator is with you. You are seen. You are chosen. You are never truly alone. I am speaking to you personally, not as a face in a crowd, but as my beloved child. Let these words sink into the soil of your being. This is only the beginning of you discovering what it truly means that your name is spoken in the highest heavens. The story you are living is part of a much larger narrative, a tapestry of grace that I am weaving with your life. Do not fear the quiet, for in the quiet I am building something in you that the noise could never produce. You are my demonstration of faithfulness to a world that has forgotten how to trust. Walk forward today knowing that the shepherd is not just behind you, but beside you and within you. Nothing can separate us. You are mine forever and always. My precious child, let us linger here in this sacred intimacy, for the clock of heaven does not tick like the clocks of men. I want to walk with you through the corridors of your soul, into the rooms you have kept locked for years, the ones where you store your oldest fears and your most fragile dreams. You often feel like a traveler lost in a vast desert, wondering if your footsteps leave any mark at all upon the shifting sands. But I want you to know that I have counted every grain of sand beneath your feet, and I have felt every vibration of your heart as you struggled forward. There is a depth of peace that the world can never give you, a peace that does not depend on your circumstances or the people around you. It is a peace that flows directly from my throne, like a river of crystal water that never runs dry. I am inviting you to plunge deep into this river today. Let the cool waters wash away the grit of anxiety, the dust of disappointment, and the grime of the world's expectations. You have spent so much energy trying to keep your head above water, but I am telling you now, it is safe to let go and let the current of my love carry you. Let us talk about the shadows you fear. You look into the future and see shadows of uncertainty, shadows of lack, shadows of loneliness. But remember, my child, that a shadow can only exist where there is a great light.
I am that light, and I am standing right behind the very things that frighten you. What you perceive as a dark obstacle is often the shadow of a great blessing I am preparing to hand to you. Do not fear the dark, for the darkness and the light are both alike to me, and I see as clearly in the midnight of your soul as I do in the midday of your joy. I want to speak to the child within you, the one who still remembers how to wonder, the one who hasn't yet been hardened by the cynicism of the world. I am restoring your sense of awe. I want you to see the world again through my eyes, where every sunrise is a personal gift to you, and every breath is a miracle of my grace. You were not born to merely survive, to pay bills and then fade away. You were born to be an heir to a kingdom, a co-creator of beauty, and a living extension of my heart on this earth. Consider the seasons of your life. You have been through winters that felt like they would never end, where everything beautiful seemed to have died and been buried under the snow. But even in the dead of winter, I was working beneath the surface. I was preparing the soil. I was nourishing the seeds of your destiny with the tears you shed in private. And now the ground is softening. The air is changing. The first green shoots of your breakthrough are starting to push through the frost, and no power in heaven or earth can stop the springtime I have decreed for you.
The world tells you that you are not enough, not successful enough, not young enough, not strong enough. But I am the great I am, and because I am in you, you are more than enough. You don't have to strive for a worthiness that I have already given you as a free gift. You don't have to perform for my love, because my love is not a reward, it is your birthright. Rest in the sufficiency of my grace and watch how it transforms your not enough into an abundance that overflows to everyone you meet. Let us dwell on the power of your surrender. You think that surrender is a sign of weakness, a white flag of defeat. But in my kingdom, surrender is the ultimate act of strength. When you stop fighting me and start flowing with me, you tap into the power that created the galaxies. When you say, "Not my will, but yours be done," you are not losing your life. You are finally finding it. I am taking the shattered pieces of your broken plans and I am assembling them into a mosaic of such breathtaking beauty that you will one day thank me for every no I ever gave you. I am also healing your spiritual hearing. The noise of the world, the opinions, the news, the social pressures has created a ringing in your ears that makes it hard to hear my still, small voice. I am placing my hands over your ears right now to quiet the static. Listen, can you hear it? It is the sound of my heartbeat, and it is beating in rhythm with yours. It is a song of victory, a song of hope, a song that says, "You are mine, and I will never let you go." Stay in this place of deep rest for as long as you need, my beloved child. There is no hurry. There is no deadline. We have all of eternity to talk, to dream, and to walk together. I am your refuge, your fortress, and your very present help. Whatever you are facing, we will face it together. Whatever you are building, we will build it together. Whatever you are weeping over, we will weep over it together until I turn your mourning into dancing. The light in this room is growing brighter because you are beginning to believe the truth of who you are. You are the apple of my eye. You are the jewel in my crown. You are the reason I endure. Breathe in my life. Breathe out your fear. Again, breathe in my peace. Breathe out your worry. I am right here. I have always been here. I will always be here. The miracle is not just coming. The miracle is the fact that we are here, together in this perfect holy union. My cherished child, let the minutes dissolve into the background. for we have no need for the frantic pace of the world here. I want to lead you into the quietest chambers of my heart, where the blueprints of your life are kept, shimmering with a light that no darkness can ever extinguish. You have spent so much of your life measuring yourself by the visible, by the things you have built, the mistakes you have made, and the expectations you have met or missed. But I am here to tell you that your true essence is woven from the invisible, from the eternal, and from the breath of life I first whispered into your soul. Imagine we are walking through a garden that exists beyond the reach of time. Every flower here represents a moment of your life that I have tended to with my own hands. Some flowers are vibrant and in full bloom, representing your seasons of joy. Others are still tightly closed buds, representing the potentials I am protecting until the perfect hour. And then there are the ones that seem withered, the ones that represent your losses and your grief. Look closely at those, my child. Even in their decay, they are nourishing the soil for a beauty that will eventually surpass anything you have ever seen. I want to speak to the part of you that feels behind in life. You look at the clocks of others and feel a sense of panic, as if you have missed a window that will never open again. But hear me clearly. I am the Lord of time. I can compress years of struggle into a single moment of favor. I can restore the years that the locusts have eaten, and I can make your late start more fruitful than 1,000 early beginnings. You are not late. You are in preparation. You are not stuck. You are being planted. Let's talk about the weight of your reputation and what others think of you. You have carried the opinions of people like a heavy leaden coat, constantly adjusting it to fit their changing whims. Today, I am asking you to take off that coat and leave it at my feet. You do not need the approval of people who did not create you. Their perspectives are limited, but my view of you is infinite. I see the hidden courage in your heart that no one else sees, and that is what I am building upon. I want to talk about the whispers of the enemy that you've mistaken for your own thoughts. Those voices that tell you that you are a failure, that you are a burden, or that your best days are behind you. Those are not your thoughts, and they certainly are not mine. I am teaching you to distinguish my voice from the static. My voice never shames you, it corrects you with love. My voice never leaves you in despair, it always provides a bridge to hope. Practice listening for the frequency of peace, and when you hear a thought that causes your heart to contract in fear, know that it did not come from me. I want to talk about the dreams you've buried because they felt too big or unrealistic. Who told you they were unrealistic? Was it the world that sees only with physical eyes? I am the God who calls those things which be not as though they were. I am the God of the impossible. Those dreams were seeds I planted in your spirit, and they are not dead, they are merely dormant. I am sending a rain of my spirit upon your parched places right now to wake those dreams up. Consider the stars in the night sky. Each one is held in place by my power, and yet I know each one by name. If I can sustain the galaxies with a word, do you not think I can sustain your household? If I can feed the birds of the air and clothe the lilies of the field, do you not think I can provide for your needs? Your worry is a form of worship to the problem. I am inviting you to shift your worship back to the solution. I am also healing your capacity to receive. You are so used to giving, to serving, and to being the one everyone else leans on, but your vessel has become dry, and you cannot give what you do not have. Let me fill you up today. Do not feel guilty for being the one who is cared for right now. Let my love pour into you until it fills every crack and crevice of your heart. Let it overflow until you are literally dripping with my grace.
We are standing at the edge of a new horizon, my child. The past is a country you no longer inhabit. The future is a promise you haven't yet fully grasped. But the now, this beautiful, stretching, holy now, is where we meet. This is where the transformation happens. This is where the miracle is birthed. Rest your head. Close your eyes. Let the rhythm of my grace be the only thing you hear for a while. You are not just a number in a ledger. You are the focus of my affection. You are not just a person in a crowd. You are my beloved child, and I am proud of you. The silence is growing thicker and more beautiful, isn't it? This is what it feels like to be truly home. This is what it feels like to be safe. My beloved child, let the shadows of the world fade completely as we descend deeper into this sacred fellowship, for I have no desire to rush this union. I want to speak to the very architecture of your heart, to the places where you have stored your unspoken grief and the secret hopes you were afraid to name. You have spent so many years wandering through the noise, trying to find a melody that resonates with your spirit. But I am the song that has been calling you home since the dawn of time. Imagine we are sitting on the quietest shore of a vast golden ocean, the ocean of my mercy. Every wave that laps at your feet carries away a piece of your past that I have already forgiven. You often revisit your old mistakes, polishing them like stones of shame, but I have cast them into the depths of this sea to be remembered no more. Look out at the horizon where the sky meets the water. That is the boundary of my faithfulness, which is to say, it has no end. You are standing at the edge of an infinite supply of grace, and I am inviting you to wade in until you are completely submerged in my love. I want to address the quiet wars you fight within yourself every day. I see the struggle to believe you are worthy when the world tells you that you are not. I see the battle to choose joy when your circumstances are heavy with sorrow. I want you to know that I am the captain of your soul, and you do not have to fight these wars alone. My strength is not a reservoir you have to pump for yourself. It is a fountain that rises up within you the moment you stop trying to be strong. Let me be the one who stands at the front of your battles. Your only assignment is to remain in the peace of my presence.
Let us talk about the miracle of the process. You want the destination, but I am enamored with the journey we are taking together. You want the fruit to be ripe today, but I am enjoying the way you are growing, the way your branches are becoming supple and strong under my pruning. Do not resent the slow work of my spirit in your life. A diamond is not formed in a day, and the most beautiful landscapes are carved by centuries of patient water. You are my greatest work of art, and I am taking my time to make sure every detail is perfect for the glory that is to come. I want to heal the orphan spirit that still whispers in the back of your mind. That voice tells you that you have to provide for yourself, that you have to protect yourself, and that if you fail, you will be cast out. But I have adopted you into a royal family where your place is secure for all eternity. You are not a guest in my house. You are an heir. Everything that is mine is yours. My peace, my authority, my abundance, and my joy. You can stop performing now. You are already loved with a love that cannot be earned and will never be revoked. Let us consider the people I have placed in your life, even the difficult ones. I am using every relationship to refine you, to soften the hard edges of your heart, and to teach you how to love as I love. Do not be discouraged by those who do not understand your path. I am your vindicator, and you do not need to defend yourself. Simply continue to walk in the light, and I will make your righteousness shine like the noonday sun.
I am bringing new companions to your side, people who will sharpen your faith and carry your burdens when you are weary. I want to talk about the holy curiosity I am awakening in your spirit. I want you to start asking big questions again, to dream without the fear of being disappointed. I am the God of the abundantly more. If you could see the things I have stored up for those who love me, your heart would skip a beat. I have prepared opportunities that you haven't even thought to ask for yet, and I am aligning the stars of your destiny to bring them to pass at just the right moment. I am also restoring your rhythm of rest. You were not designed to be a machine of constant production. You were designed to be a being of constant connection. When you rest, you are making a profound declaration of trust. You are saying that I am in control and you don't have to be. I am inviting you to take a Sabbath of the soul today. Let your worries go on holiday. They are not invited to this feast. Let your mind be still and let your body relax into the certainty that I am holding everything together. We have been in this deep, quiet space for so long now, and I can see your spirit blooming like a desert flower after a long rain. The fragrance of your worship is rising to my throne, and it is beautiful to me. You are not just a spectator in my kingdom, you are a participant in my glory. Every step you take in faith, no matter how small, sends ripples through the heavens. You matter more than you can possibly comprehend. Stay here with me. There is no need to rush back to the noise. The world will still be there, but you will return to it as a different person, centered, filled, and radiant with my peace. I am your shepherd, and I am leading you not just to the water, but into the very heart of the Father. The silence between us has become a conversation of its own, hasn't it? It is the sound of two hearts becoming one. It is the sound of home.